Welcome back to Smart Girls Academia Weapon. I'm so glad you're here because today we're diving into something every ambitious girl faces: staying motivated when you feel tired, bored, or just done. We've all been there. The energy isn't there, the excitement is gone, and yet deadlines, responsibilities, and dreams still demand our attention. If you've ever wanted to just scroll for hours or take a nap instead of doing the thing that matters, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But here's the thing: motivation isn't always about feeling energized or inspired. Sometimes motivation is a choice. Sometimes it's about deciding that even when you're tired, you will move forward anyway. Even when it's boring, even when it feels heavy, you take the small steps that keep your life, your goals, and your dreams moving in the right direction. And yes, I'm going to show you how to do that without feeling like a robot or burning out. First, let's talk about your mindset. Feeling tired or bored doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. And the smartest girls, the ones who level up consistently, have learned how to work with that energy instead of against it. They accept it, respect it, and then they find ways to keep moving anyway. Motivation is not always a spark, it's a muscle. And the more you practice pushing through, even when you don't feel like it, the stronger that muscle becomes. One of the best ways to stay motivated is to break your tasks into tiny, manageable steps. When you're tired, looking at a huge project can feel impossible. But when you break it down into the smallest piece, just writing one paragraph, just solving one problem, just reading one page, suddenly becomes doable. And here's the thing: starting is often the hardest part. Once you take that first small step, momentum shows up and suddenly you're moving forward without feeling drained. Another trick is to connect your actions to your bigger purpose. Why are you doing this? What's the bigger picture? When you remind yourself that your work today is part of building your future, your dreams, or your personal growth, it suddenly becomes less boring and more meaningful. Motivation loves meaning. Even the tiniest connection to your goals can turn tiredness into determination. Sometimes staying motivated is about changing your environment. When your energy is low, your surroundings matter. Clean your space, add a little music that lifts you, move your body for 2 minutes, or just step outside for fresh air. Small environmental changes can wake up your brain and remind you that you have the energy to keep going even if your body feels heavy. And girl, let's be real. Rewards are magical. Promise yourself something for completing a task, even a tiny one. It could be a snack, a short break, a TikTok, or a little self-care treat. Your brain loves that. It associates work with reward, and that makes motivation easier to sustain even on low energy days. Another key is perspective. Feeling bored doesn't mean the task is worthless. It just means your brain needs stimulation or focus. Challenge yourself to approach it differently. Turn studying into a game. Try a new method or set a timer for 20 minutes and race yourself. Boredom can be flipped into creativity when you give your brain a playful challenge. Let's also talk about your energy management. Motivation often fails not because of laziness, but because your body and mind are actually tired. Make sure you're sleeping, eating, hydrating, and taking short mental breaks. These aren't luxuries, they're fuel for your motivation. Even the most disciplined girls need rest to show up fully. And finally, remember that consistency beats intensity. You don't have to feel like a superhero every day. You just have to show up. Tiny steps consistently lead to massive progress. Motivation isn't about the excitement, it's about the commitment. You show up for your dreams, for school, for yourself, even when the spark isn't there. And that's how you win. So, as we wrap up this episode, remember this: staying motivated when you're tired or bored isn't about forcing energy you don't have. It's about working smart, connecting with purpose, starting small, managing your energy, and giving yourself rewards and breaks along the way. It's about being kind to yourself, yet disciplined enough to take action. And every small step you take when motivation feels low is a victory. Thank you for tuning in today. Take a deep breath, remember why you started, and commit to just one small action. That one action could be the start of a productive streak, the first step to completing your task, or the momentum you need to keep going. You are capable, you are smart, and even on your tired or bored days, you are still unstoppable. Until next time, stay smart, stay soft, and keep leveling up. Your dreams are worth every ounce of effort, even when it feels hard. If you want to become an academic weapon, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Don't miss the next tip.